me, Charlotte. I've come a couple times to Charlotte. Listen, my analysis of Charlotte, it feels like a genie granted you guys 100 wishes and they were all breweries. Just the same guy going like, what if we did bright lights and IPAs this time? How about a park? Maybe put a park, a couple of them. I don't know. No, it's good to be here, man. I'm an Italian man. Okay. I was racist. Usually when I say that, I get a standing ovation. So, I'm an Italian man. My girlfriend is gluten-free. What the fuck? You can still beat gluten. I thought we beat it as a society. I told her the other day, I was like, babe, it's 2026, just be gay. You can do that now. That'd be easier for my family to understand. They drink pasta water, that's what they do, okay? They're Sicilian. I had to explain to them, we went home to them, and I was like, Dad, she's gluten-free. He was like, how much time does she have left? I was like, she's not dying. He was like, she's not living either. That's a pretty good point, actually. That's a pretty good point. We live together now. I can't keep anything glutinous in the house. I haven't had a carb in several years. I'm just accidentally keto. My body's going through photosynthesis or whatever it's called. I would never cheat on her, but after she goes to bed, I will fuck around with a baguette for a little while, you know? Nom, 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 nom. Just to feel what that was like again, you know? Have you guys ever had gluten-free pasta before? Oh, dear. Yeah, you hear the groan of the crowd? Oh, my God. It tastes like it was 3D printed by a printer that fucking hates Italian people. If my grandmother knew that she emigrated from Sicily, came through Ellis Island so I could eat penne made of quinoa, she would send me back. She'd be like, you're going back, we don't like what you're doing. Stand-up comedian, gluten-free, kind of gay, Craig, what are you doing? I moved to North Carolina from a town far, far away called San Francisco. And you ever heard of it? No, I don't know why I did that. It's a very different, that's a different place. Like, kind of the opposite, historically. I moved here, and then I'm like the liberal bitch in my group of friends. I realized that. I actually like it. It's kind of like being like the one sober person at Mardi Gras. You know, like everyone's outside having fun shooting guns, and I'm like, you know what's fun? Healthcare for all. And then my friend shoots his finger off, and I'm like, healthcare for most, actually. I'm not paying for your shit, Connor. And then Connor hands me the gun, I'm like, actually, this shit is fun. I want guns for all. I want guns for all. I've changed. I'm the youngest child in my family. We got the youngest children here. Yeah, a couple of you guys. Isn't it the best being the youngest? Yep. Right? Your freedom knows no bounds. Just think of what I'm doing right now. This is some youngest child shit. Doing stand-up comedy in a disc golf store? You think an oldest child would be caught dead doing this? No. What, are you trying to kill your Nana? Get out of here. No, oldest child has to go out and get a real job, right? You gotta get a mortgage and whatever the fuck a Roth IRA is. You gotta get that. Meanwhile, what are we doing? Just fucking, watercolors and polyamory. I could call my mom right now and be like, hey, I think I want to be a trans swimmer. And she'd be like, as long as it's not gluten-free, Godspeed. Do what you want, King. Have fun. Live your truth. I got a great Italian family. My dad's no longer with us. He went to go be with Italian Jesus, who I think is Tony Soprano. I'm not sure. And after he passed, one of my friends came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I know what you must be going through right now. My dog died last year." And I was like, "Hey man, that's crazy. I didn't realize you were raised by your Chihuahua. Maybe that's why you never know when to shut the fuck up. I don't know. Should there be a mailbox you need to urinate on right now or something? I don't know what you guys do." But I understand, like, he just doesn't know what to say. It's it's like an awkward thing, And I don't know what to say sometimes to people too. Like, it happened to me recently. I picked up my girl from a doctor's appointment, and she had just had to do an IUD change. Yeah, right? Every woman in here just grimaced, right? It's like the worst thing imaginable. And male brain, I don't really know. So I was like, hey babe, how's it going? And she gets in the car and she's like, you don't know the horror I just went through in there. They don't even have pain control. It's a crazy situation. And she was like, and I did all of that just to have sex with you. Do you understand what that feels like? And I was like, babe, I actually know you're going through, because my dog died last year. He had his balls cut off, I'm pretty sure, so I think he knew a little bit about pain down there. This is my first time in a disc golf store. Yeah? Right? Black people, welcome. I assume you haven't ever. I mean, I'm just stating the obvious, right? The only sport wider than disc golf is pickleball, I think. Pickleball, why did we even invent, are white people just tired of getting dunked on? That we just invented a sport we knew black people would never want to play? A sport where athleticism is unnecessary, but HOA dues are mandatory for some reason? I think you have to have you have to live in a gated community to play pickleball. I tried to play one time. I broke into a gated community, and and I was trying to play, and they were like, "No, you got to fax a permission slip to a realtor named Cheryl." What? That's the whitest sentence I've ever heard in my life. I hope black people take over pickleball. I hope they get so good at pickleball. I want to see white people forced to invent a new sport that's halfway between disc golf and insider trading. And whatever it is, I bet LeBron James will dominate that shit. I can't wait to see that on ESPN. I actually played a sport in college. I wasn't good. I was a track and field sprinter. Yeah, I was a white sprinter, and we're rare, but we do exist. Kind of like a quiet vegan. So, I thought I was going to be good, because in high school, I grew up in a white suburb, and I was the second fastest person on my cul-de-sac. First fastest once Jessica moved away. She was a rocket. It was cool. It wasn't really 8 mile. We called it 5K. That was the place that I was from. And then but then I went to college, and in my first track meet, I'm lining up in my lane. I look around me, and I'm just looking at all the people I'm competing against, and I was like, oh fuck, I should be playing pickleball. This is a long way from 5K. And the only way I'm going to win this is if I change the rules. I'm fastest person at the John Mayer concert wins. People used to clap just when I would finish the race. That's hurtful. They'd be like, oh, he really stuck it out. Stuck it out, it's a sprint. You can see the finish line. This is so embarrassing, but it's true. My team awarded me Most Improved. 3 years in a row. They should just call that the Bless Your Heart Award at that point. Do you understand how dog shit you have to be improving for 3 years? And by the third year, they're like, is he getting better or is everyone else getting worse? We can't tell. I've only won one race my entire life. It was against all whites. It was the day I was conceived, so. It's a comedy show, that's a joke, so. You guys see that they're trying to bring back the presidential fitness test? Yeah, you guys see that? They call it presidential fitness. Let's see the presidents do some fitness, right? If Donald Trump can do a single burpee, I'll join the Republican Party tonight. I'll do it right now. I want to see Mitch McConnell take a lap around the White House line. Fucking stream that on Tubi, dude. I'll watch it on replay. I was reading a book recently, not to brag, and it was a picture book, but reading a book recently, and I found out later that it was like one of Obama's like recommended books. Every year he puts out like a recommended list of books. And yeah, I think presidents do that a lot. You know, it's just like, here's the books we read this year. And it got me thinking, I was like, do you think Trump is gonna put out a here's what I read this year list? Because listen, I don't care what your politics are, who you voted for, but like, you gotta know the man doesn't read, right? Like, not that he can't, but I know he doesn't, right? Like, what's gonna be on that list? Just like the Guinness Book of World Records? That would make sense given how he talks, because every time he talks, he's like, these are the largest, most humongous fingernails in the entire world. Nobody has bigger fingernails than this fucking lady right here. I'm terrible at impressions. I was like halfway between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. I did read Bernie Sanders' autobiography, just a little bit of it. I skimmed it. I just read like the top 1% of 1% of it, but that was a joke from my Bernie bros out there. All right, I'm gonna do a couple new jokes. I was watching a commercial recently, and it was one of those like drug like Sky Rizzy commercial. It wasn't Sky Rizzy, but it was like something similar, you know? And they had like the fine print at the bottom, and I was like, I want to actually read what that, like finally I want to read what that says. So I tried to like get close to my TV, and I was trying to read. And one of the lines for the drug, it said, this drug is 50% more effective than the placebo. Which that means like the drug like really works, right? But that also means like the placebo kind of worked. And I was like, shit, could we solve healthcare by just like selling low-cost placebos to everyone? Because like healthcare is expensive as fuck, right? Like what if we just had some placebos out there for those of us who don't have health insurance? It would be really, you know, like, I want to see a commercial that's like, hey fellas, you got erectile dysfunction but don't have the income for Cialis? Look no further, my lip dick king. We got a new thing, it's called Flacidil, and it works if you like really hope it does. Ladies, you ever have one too many vodka cranberries and accidentally let a DJ come inside of you? But you don't have the money for Plan B? No worries, introducing Plan C. Alright, that's not bad. I feel like there's something there. I'll run with it. This is a weird transition. I'm dating a hot girl. Hold your applause. It's my first one, so I don't really know like the rules of the road yet. Still figuring it out. And I've realized that hot girls come with strings attached. Some girl said, oh yeah, like she's like the pinnacle of hot girls back there. House lights up, let's see. As a show of hands, who in here thinks they're hot? Let's do that first. Jesus Christ, y'all need therapists, dude. It's a beautiful crowd. My guy in here, I love the confidence. I did see you were the one wearing the hat for a certain reason earlier, and I love the confidence in that. He's a dapper guy.
No, it's hers.
You pawned him off on a random person?
No, not for me.
Jesus, she's getting a little less hot, isn't she? What I've realized about hot girls with strings attached is hot girls can't digest anything. Right? Like you guys have like the stomach of like a bodega rat. You can only eat like Triscuits, string cheese, and like leftover Chardonnay. I don't know why. Like, is your gut biome in retrograde? Like, what's happening to you guys in there? I think that's why hot girls are always like shivering. Like they're always cold. It's not because they're like overly sensitive, they're just malnourished. The next time you see a hot girl shivering, don't give her a jacket, give her a taco. That girl needs protein in her life. You said you'll accept the taco. Yeah, you will. I think it goes back. I think this shit is like, since the start of humanity. I think hot girl tummy is like a real biological. Like, I think that's why God didn't want Eve to eat the apple. He knew she couldn't handle all that fiber, all that forbidden fiber. Poor Eve was probably shitting all over Nazareth. By the way, she was the first woman. She was hot as hell. She had to be hot as hell. Right? When you go from 0 to 1, Adam was probably bricked up in there. You know what I realized recently? My girl, I don't think I've ever seen her poop. Or known about her. Like, I don't go in there, bust the door open, like, what are you doing here? I don't think I've ever known about it, and we've been dating for like 5 years at this point. It's a long, I should know that probably better. 5 years. That's like 2,000 times she's pooped without me knowing. There's no way a man could do something 2,000 times without their girlfriend knowing. The only time a man can do something 2,000 times without their girlfriend knowing is if he used a VPN. That's the only time. I've seen more Twin Towers fall than I've seen my girlfriend shit. That's a fun way to end. All right. My name is Greg Capra. Y'all be great.